Recently, FX on Hulu is rising and rising, producing more and more high-quality TV shows I am enjoying so much. The Bear aired in 2022 and ended its first season recently. This was by far one of the best series I've watched this year. Let me explain why. The world of catering can become harsh and brutal. What the guests experience as a short event with serving food is a hot and brutal process in a messy system called kitchen. The Bear perfectly illustrates the world of chefs and cooks and swampers and the effort they are putting in cooking. Out of nowhere, people start shouting and insulting each other, and moments later, they behave like they were never really bothered and show love and respect for another. A great psychologist once said, one of the things that's really characteristic of working class jobs compared to intellectually complicated and abstract jobs is that you have to be a good person to be around to do well at a working class job, like in the kitchen. Because the job itself is quite difficult, it is physically strenuous and demanding, and the payoff for that can be the camaraderie that emerges as a consequence of the shared enterprise. And exactly that can make the job extremely worthwhile. You can also make very, very good friends in a working class environment. It's also very the case that these kind of jobs are on an extremely high level of sophisticated humor. They run on the rise of play. Especially in restaurants, they are always playing tricks on each other and making jokes and having a kind of dark fun. The invention of ceremonies can bond the crew more deeply, like here where someone makes the dish for the crew after work. The crew always tries to test to see if you had enough of a sense of humor to accept nicknames or jokes without getting all narcissistically puffed up and irritable about it. There is this period where you get annoyed and teased a lot. If you don't collapse under the weight of teasing and you did your damn job and are reasonably entertaining to be around, then the doors open and you were part of the crew. Hardworking jobs need to comprise specific crews as a community that renders your life not just tolerable but also enjoyable. If you're willing to subjugate to that discipline, then you learn how to play that game, and getting good at this is a portable skill. What Carmy is doing when he works in the kitchen as hard as he possibly can, he is molding himself into someone who can aim at something and move forward with efficiency and skill. He does it extraordinarily well, that he not only is molding himself into a competent person, but he can that at the same time that he's helping other people around him do that, correcting the errors and the stuff, recommending new cooking methods and recipes. This phenomenon, simultaneously leveling up your skill in your discipline and improving and manifesting the skill of other men. Also check out how he's interacting with his subordinates in general. Carmy is able to manage his multidimensional space and can act as a sophisticated model of helping others and not treating them like garbage as he has been treated in the past. Carmy is a good person that happens to be a good chef. He may be a good person and a skilled producer, but he is stuck on his emotional and spiritual spectrum. He tried to get closer to his brother through food and cooking. He considered themselves as good friends, but never more than that, as brothers should expect. So he took a turn by following a career as a star cook, the very discipline that Mickey manifested in his last years. So he used cooking as an outlet to communicate with his brother, which is a pretty smart way. The problem with this behavior was that Carmy did forget that there is someone he has to take care of and develop as well. And that is himself. He hasn't been able to fully flourish and fathom himself whilst trying to get along with his brother, which is a pretty hard mission he put on himself and an impossible task to begin with. In this process, he has found the ground beneath him and was able to be skilled and extremely competent in something. Plus, the extremely competitive discipline he chose distracted him from his relationship goal to his brother. Time passed and Mickey committed suicide, which made it all too late for him. The only thing that's left is Mickey's restaurant, the crew and his skill. The end reveals that Mickey was fighting with depression without showing to everyone. If I learned something from this, then it is to communicate more directly in life. He does communicate directly with his crew though, but he doesn't communicate with himself openly, let alone to his family. So be careful. Don't try to go the other way and be able to reach someone by taking detours and turns. Relationship goals and family problems could be so much easier if everyone shared directly what is going on with them and what made them upset. We like to keep things cool and low, not knowing that we are exacerbating the main problem and not grasping them at their roots. What we do the other way is that we try to tame a bear within us which is becoming more and more aggressive as we try to keep it in a cage and prison it forever. If he could manage to unravel his deep desires, his deep bear within him, as extraordinarily as he does with his discipline, he could become a master of human spirit. All of us hold a bear inside that we are desperately trying to tame and keep quiet. But that's not within the nature of this creature. Letting it out and giving it some space makes it much less aggressive, makes it more fathomable, and is a good opportunity for true self-expression.